There was a point in time in my life where I felt so lost. About a year or so after my divorce, I look back and I realized I was so unfulfilled. I felt empty and I felt stuck. When I just reflect on that time, just looking back from here to now, I realized that I was just struggling with believing in myself. I was struggling with seeing my own self-worth. I was struggling with my self-esteem. And there were reasons why. And a lot of those reasons were because I was in that relationship where I was dealing with the manipulation. I was dealing with gaslighting. And for those of you who aren't familiar with gaslighting is where it's called crazy making, but you're basically made to doubt yourself. So I was dealing with a lot of that self-doubt. I was also dealing with criticisms. I was being criticized about how I showed up, how I looked, how I talked, how I dressed, my hair, makeup. I was called names. I was told my accomplishments didn't matter. And I know it sounds like, well, why would you be in that relationship? Well, at the time, I didn't realize what was happening. I was hearing those things, but they weren't coming at me in like an overt way. They weren't coming at me in a way that was harsh and critical. They were coming at me in a nice way, in a way where they were offering, quote unquote, the constructive criticism. I'm just trying to help you. I'm just trying to, get you to understand and see how you are. So when I would hear those things, I would have an uncomfortable feeling on the inside. But then at the same time, I'd say, well, is it true? Am I really that person? I thought I'm showing up, in a better version of myself, but maybe I'm not. So I was going through that whole self-doubt, and it got to the point where I just didn't believe in me. I just didn't see me. And then, so I dealt with that during the marriage, and after the divorce, I started developing insecurities and anxiety. And with that came from a smear campaign, because then I'm fighting against lies. There were lies being spread about me, about who I am as a person. There were lies where they were saying that I was not who I was. I wasn't a mother who took care of my kids. I was a bitter, jealous ex. I did not prioritize my children, which was the total opposite of who I was. And when I looked at when I look back at the situation, my biggest challenge was the fact of just trying to understand why. Why was this happening? Especially coming from someone who knew for a fact that I definitely was not that person. But that's what I was dealing with. And it created so much self-doubt in me. And I struggled with knowing who I was. And because of that, I struggled with moving forward in life. And I just generally felt stuck. Have you ever felt that way? Do you remember a time when you felt stuck, or you've been in that situation where you've had those criticisms, or you've had that manipulation or that gaslighting that you were holding on to? It created those wounds where you were just feeling stuck. So, like I said, I look back, I've done a lot of self-reflection, and even though I didn't know why I was feeling the way I was feeling, I knew I needed some help. I had tried to do a lot of different things. I had tried, reading the self-help books. I took a lot of small courses. I did master classes. I listened to videos. And although I was able to do some little things, it really didn't help me within. So then I tried therapy, and therapy really did help me with some things. It helped me to realize that a lot of what I was feeling wasn't just from being in a toxic relationship. It actually started earlier in my life, which contributed to me being in a toxic relationship. So I was able to understand that aspect of my life, see how it played a role with being in that healthy relationship, and really target that healing. So with everything that I was able to do, I had an awareness as to why. But then I had to move forward, and I was still stuck with moving from point A to point B. So it wasn't until I incorporated some strategies and some methods that were really step by step, that were really targeted to the root of my pain, to really understanding how my past was impacting my future, how my past was impacting my thoughts, my feelings, and then my actions, and how I had integrated my subconscious thoughts into everything I did, into the decision making and how I was keeping myself stuck, how I was getting in the way. So once I understood the why I was being stuck, why I ended up in that toxic relationship, and also why I stayed so long, because that is key, is understanding why you're in that situation, why you kept yourself in that situation for so long. And then I was able to let go, not just let go of the relationship, because like I said, I had already divorced, but let go of the things that I had been holding on, overcome the pain, overcome the wounds, and really deal with what was holding me back. And gaining that clarity helped me out a lot. But it was really that awareness of what I was doing, awareness of my pattern of behavior, awareness of my thoughts, awareness of my feelings, which truly helped me heal. So that's where I am now. And now I don't feel stuck. I'm not in that stuck place. I'm able to have that fulfilled feeling within myself. I'm able to move forward. I'm able to do the things that make me happy, bring me joy. I'm able to ignore the outside stuff that used to bring me down, the smear campaign, because I'll tell you that smear campaign didn't stop. And for those of you who are dealing with the smear campaign, it doesn't end. It still exists, but I watch it like it's a Lifetime movie because I know it's not the truth. It's not my truth. It's not about me, and I want you to remember that. So if you ever dealt with something like this, I would love to help you. And you can reach out to me for Facebook and Instagram. You can always reach out to me in my DMs. You can leave a comment below. Or you can email me. My email is admin, ADMIN, at paulanicolegood.com. And it's my name as you see spelled on any of my social media channels. So if you've dealt with this, please leave a comment below. I'd love to know how you're dealing with it. If you're feeling stuck, please tell me how you're working through this stuck feeling. So I want to wish you all lots of love, lots of peace, and many, many blessings. Stay tuned tomorrow because I'm coming back with another video to continue with this one.